If you ever felt like your communication style worked well before, but right now it feels flat, awkward, or just not landing, especially in this AI fueled world of meetings and digital orientated workspaces, you're not alone. The pace of change is demanding more from our communication than just clarity. It's asking for connection, adaptability, and our courage to evolve. And here's the truth: your current communication skill that has kept you safe in the past might be keeping you invisible right now. Welcome to our program, Things to Remember in an AI and Digital Economy. I'm your host, Susan, and this is brought to you by Blossoming Speaker. This program is all about building connection, developing your confidence skills, living in your purpose amongst all the changes in our AI and digital economy. This quote comes from my book, Confidence Booster: Affirmations to Reframe Your Mindset and Boost Confidence. Become comfortable breaking out of the stagnant comfort zone and embrace your growth zone. Let that sink in, because your growth zone isn't just a habit, it's a communication identity. And in the age of AI, we're being invited, challenged even, to reimagine how we use our communication skills to connect. So here are some things that are happening in workplaces and in industry marketplaces right now. AI is handling repetitive tasks. AI is used to summarize and transcribe meetings, even drafting our emails. But what it can't do is communicate human to human with empathy, purpose, meaning, and trust. That is your zone to grow into, but only if you're willing to step out of how you always communicated and learn how to speak in ways that build real human connection, fast, with flexibility and confidence. If you keep clinging to the old way or your old style of communicating, where your default is being overly formal, vague, overly polished, you might miss the chance to grow your impact, your visibility, and your influence. So, what does breaking out of the comfort zone look like when it comes to communication? It might mean speaking up even when AI gives you a perfectly worded draft and you feel unsure about adding your human touch to it. You need to find a way to still own and use your voice in that setting. It might mean deciding when it's best to use everyday language instead of jargon or robotic, systematic language that AI might give that sounds robotic and scripted. It might mean asking that thought provoking question in a meeting instead of defaulting to a safe agreement. And most of all, it means giving yourself permission to show your humanness, to speak with intention and not scripted perfection, because connection is greater than perfection every time. Let me say this clearly: your comfort zone is not your identity, it's just a habit. The growth zone is where your courage, clarity, and confidence live. It's where you experiment with new ways of expressing your ideas, whether you're talking to a human, an AI assistant, or a mixed audience of both. You are not being replaced by AI, but your old communication style might need to be replaced by a new evolved version. So, how do you actually practice this evolution of your communication style? Here's one activity you may try this week. In any type of conversation, be it a meeting setting, one-on-one conversation, even a voice note to yourself. Say something that feels at least 5% more open, more expressive, or more courageous that you normally would. Something that is more aligned to the emotions and empathy, or a story that can build a connection that is relevant to the topic at hand. For example, share an insight instead of playing it safe, but ensure that it's relevant to the topic that is being discussed. Ask a follow-up question that digs deeper, requiring a connection to emotional intelligence and empathy to a topic that's currently being discussed. This stretch, when done consistently, will pull you gently out of your comfort zone and help you stay in your growth zone. And over time, it helps you rewire your confidence from the inside out. This activity is not about speaking louder. It's about developing the courage and the muscle of using that courage consistently to speak braver in this evolving AI workplace. So here's something I invite you to remember. Become comfortable breaking out of the stagnant comfort zone and embrace the movement of your growth zone. Communication in the AI era isn't about sounding like a robot or being perfect. It's about becoming more of you and learning how to show up in ways that connect, influence, and inspire, ways that you can live in your purpose and communicate that with meaning and relevance in the workspaces you are in. Your voice has value. Your growth zone helps you develop and step out into your purpose. When you're ready to explore your own voice in a way that builds confidence and relevance in this new world, we're here at Blossoming Speaker to help you grow. Please subscribe to this channel or reach out to start a conversation on steps you may personally take to move into your own growth zone. It all begins when you take one small step outside the safety of what's always worked into the adventure of what could work even better. So, what has this episode helped you remember? And what kind of curiosities has it stirred up within you?